I say demon?
Yeah.
Was that you suffocating Jim? Oh, Jesus!
I'm picturing like a bird cage right now.
No. I grabbed my fucking neck.
Seriously?
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Something just grabbed my backpack. Yeah. You just moved that ball?
Is there anything inhuman down here?
I hear growling.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to the Paranormal Nut Podcast. I'm Sean, that's Jim, and we are the Paranormal Nuts. And as Paranormal Nuts, we love investigating haunted locations, and we've been doing it a lot recently. But that is only one sliver of the entire spectrum that is paranormal. We really want to get into investigating UFOs. So me and Jim have been talking and trying to find a way to do that, and we think we found it. We wanted to bring in someone who knows a bit more about this kind of stuff. So if you can welcome to the stage, friend of the show, an expert in the paranormal, Empty Casket Paranormal, Bill Bryan.
Bill.
Bill,
What's up, guys?
The paranormal guy.
Bill, the paranormal guy.
Yes. So, Bill, can you help me and Jim out? Because what is CE5?
So to understand what CE5 is, you kind of have to know what all the CEs are. So CE stands for Close Encounter. And we've all heard of the movie Close Encounter of the Third Kind, and that's based off of the CE scale. So the CE scale, the Close Encounter scale, was developed by Dr. J. Allen Hynek, who worked with the Air Force from 1947 through 1969. He headed up Project Grudge, Project Sign, and Project Blue Book, which was the U.S. Air Force's attempt at studying UFOs. He was brought in as a skeptic.
UFOs.
Yeah, good. Yeah, definitely quotes on that, because he was brought in to disprove and debunk all of it. And he didn't believe in UFOs at all going into it. However, over the course of his career doing this, he came out the other side a true believer, because he saw a whole bunch of things that he just could not explain. So at that point, he ended up, when he left the military, he ended up opening the Center for UFO Studies. And as part of that, he developed the Close Encounter scale. So the Close Encounter scale, when J. Allen Hynek created it, only had 3 items. So Close Encounters of the First Kind is seeing a UFO. It's as basic as it gets. You saw something. Close Encounters of the Second Kind is you see a UFO and there's some sort of physical, measurable something left behind, whether that be radiation, burns in the grass, crop circles, something like that. Then Close Encounters of the Third Kind is when you actually get to see the entity. And yes, that's where the movie title came from. And in fact, at the end of the movie, when the aliens show up, J. Allen Hynek has a cameo there.
Oh, I need to rewatch that movie then. It's been a while.
Yeah. So then he retired in the late 70s, early 80s, and a younger colleague of his that he was mentoring took over, and that was Jacques Vallée, who is still very active in the paranormal field. In the late 80s, Jacques Vallée added CE4, which is an alien abduction. And then in 1990 is where things get a little trickier. You got to understand that information didn't move as quickly then as it does today. So Jacques Vallée came out with CE5, which was physical interaction with the aliens, where they're actually like touching you, doing things to you. At the same time, you have
I'm intrigued.
well, then you'll love CE6. CE6 is actual like sexual contact with an alien.
Oh.
Like stuff I don't gotta pay for, right?
Not with money. But at the same time that Jacques Vallée is coming out with CE5 and CE6 in 1990, you have Dr. Stephen Greer comes out with his own CE5. And his CE5 is when there's contact between aliens and humans, and it's started by humans. So it's not the aliens coming to us. We are initiating that contact. And that is the CE5 that we are going to be doing. That's the CE5 that most people are familiar with. And it's Dr. Greer's protocol that we will be using to try to contact aliens.
Sounds great. So what would be the tools or devices that we're using to reach out to these aliens?
Well, it's actually quite simple. In a nutshell, no pun intended. In a paranormal nutshell.
There you go.
His CE5 protocol is basically a meditation, and you use that meditation to contact the aliens. Now, him and his organization, the Center for the Study of Extraterrestrial Intelligence, they actually have an app, and that app kind of walks you through the 5 steps to get from nothing to that alien contact. And that we're going to be using the app. Step 1 of that app is to play crop circle tones. These are a tonal sequence that you play for 5 to 10 minutes. It's kind of like this weird, eerie, sci-fi kind of music. The theory behind it is that it kind of calls out to the extraterrestrials. I don't know how true that is, but it definitely kind of sets the mood and puts you in the right headspace.
I'm down to start playing some sci-fi laser music in the middle of a forest right now. This sounds amazing. Go on.
So the next step is we'll go through a guided meditation. And this is a meditation that just kind of calm you down, put you in the right headspace, kind of raise your own vibrations a little bit, and get you ready for that interaction. Then you go on to step 3, which is another step in the guided meditation, in which you project out into the universe. So you're taking your consciousness and you're projecting it out there, and you're kind of trying to turn yourself into a beacon, so to speak. So you mentally go out into space. You're looking for the aliens. You get their attention, and then you're like, "Hey, come with me." And then you show them how to get back to where you are. So you're mentally kind of envisioning coming back through space, back into our solar system, back to Earth, through our atmosphere, and then almost like a Google Earth zoom in, you're coming down onto the location that you are. And this way the aliens know right where to come and where you're at.
So it's almost like reverse remote viewing, right? That's kind of how I'm interpreting it. Right?
Yeah, I never thought of it that way, but yeah, that's a pretty good way to view it.
Because I know we've been kind of diving down this trail in a few of our videos, and with a lot of the stuff that's come out in the last couple of years, where a lot of these things is, the idea that consciousness can travel, consciousness can communicate, and things like that. It kind of solves that. How do you cross the void of space in vast distances? It's more of a projection of energy and conscious and awareness and stuff like that. I know we've talked to a few people about this, and I think we even talked to you slightly about this when we did our initial interview. I don't know if that was on our show or yours, but I I know it all seems like everything kind of you just keep everything looks like it's more interconnected at the end of the day, and nothing
Yeah.
exists within the bubble anymore.
And Dr. Greer is very, very into that. He believes that every living thing throughout the universe has a shared collective consciousness, and we can utilize that to reach out to the extraterrestrials and be like, hey, come see us.
Interesting. I
Yep.
like this. So that was step 3,
3.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
So step 4 is observation. So at this point, the meditation's over, and now we're just kind of sitting there for half hour, 2 hours, however long you want to sit there. And we can look up into the sky and try to see what we see. You might see flashes of light. You might see a craft. You might see weird things moving in the sky. One thing that we do have to be mindful of, and there are apps to track this stuff, satellites. So you gotta, if you see something, we will check the satellite tracker apps, make sure there's no satellites or the International Space Station overhead or
The
Starlink or
biggest
anything like that.
thing is obviously a satellite is orbiting, right? So
Right.
it has a predefined path and it doesn't deviate from that.
It's
That's
probably
kind
a
of-
satellite.
Yeah. Or some other high altitude traveling object. That's
Right. And the area the Hudson Valley will be in, there's a couple airports, so we'll probably see some airplane activity as well. So we got to keep an we don't want to just immediately think everything's UFO. We'll put some thought into it, but we're going to be looking for that strange thing.
Yeah, I mean that's the heart of investigating, right? Obviously nothing we take is at face value. We should always solve for the common denominator first, and the easiest explanation. But that still leaves us with a lot of questions. So you did bring it up. I was going to ask. We've kind of talked about this before. The Hudson Valley. What makes the Hudson Valley and that kind of area so rich for UFO sightings?
So the Hudson Valley is a really interesting place, and I highly recommend anybody who's anywhere near the Hudson Valley for any length of time to go to Pine Bush, New York, and go to the UFO museum there, because they dive really deep into the why that place is such a hotbed for UFO activity. But to sum it up, essentially there's a lot of ley lines in that area. There are gravitational anomalies in that area. The main mountain ridge that runs through there has a lot of quartz in it. And each one of these individually are things that would kind of push the paranormal to be more active in that area, whether it be ghosts or cryptids or UFOs. But when you have all this stacked on top of each other, and then you actually lay this out on a map with locations of UFO sightings, you can see that they're kind of using that as a superhighway for
Yeah, I mean,
whichever one of those reasons or multiples of those reasons that kind of feed into it.
Yeah, I know if you kind of look at like where a lot of paranormal sightings happens, if you follow the, the Catskills down, and it kind of abuts the, what's it called? The Appalachians. And kind of that, like, I know that whole ancient mountain range contiguously, even though it's divided now, is just such a rich source of what we think is some form of, for lack of a better word, paranormal hotspot across the board.
Yeah.
And then the Hudson Valley is cradled right in there. So,
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely a place that's weird. A lot of my favorite haunted locations are in the Hudson Valley. There's UFO activity in the Hudson Valley. There's a lot of Bigfoot reports in the Hudson Valley. The Hudson Valley is a weird place for sure, and I really enjoy going out and getting to spend some time out there.
yeah, I'm excited. I know Jim's excited. Jim, do you have any? I know. So interesting Jim is going to not be a control, but he has his own spot he's going to be investigating. Jim, do you want to talk about your story at the location and maybe a bit about the location?
Yeah, so back when I was a kid,
me and my family, we used to go out to this. It's called a conservation area. It's like this, like outdoorsy, like you can't hunt on there and stuff like that. And we would go deer watch at night. And I forget what time. It was like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. We were out there. Me, my mom, my brother were sitting in our car, and well, I didn't notice it at first, and my mom brought it up. She's like, "Do you see that up in the sky?" And my brother looks up. He's more the skeptic of everything, right? So he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Is that a?" He's like, "It's not an airplane because it's not moving and it's circular." And then he's like, "Maybe a helicopter." And then we're just like, it's so basically it was this round saucer, had like probably 9 lights around, then 6, and then 1 in the middle, right? And we saw it just hovering there for like 10-15 minutes and didn't move. And after that, it just zoomed out. Like you just start like just disappeared almost basically in an instant after it actually moved. And this was over this like just area of woods, and there was no like civilization.
And
nearby.
how long ago was this, right? So no drones, no recreational drones.
Yeah, this is
right?
back when this is back when I was in elementary school.
So
this
not
is
not yesterday.
yeah, this is over 20 years ago. But yeah, no, it was a wild experience, and the people that I'm gonna be bringing with me on it, they go fishing out there a lot, and they see strange things in the sky as well to this day. So we're gonna try to do CE5 at it's called Middle Creek Conservation Area.
Oh, I love Middle Creek.
Oh yeah.
I've been there a couple of times. I love Middle Creek.
It's awesome there. Yeah, that's right where I live by. It's about 15 minutes down the road. But yeah, we're gonna go over there and look.
Any advice, since Jim's gonna kind of be performing it on his own for the first time? Any advice for Jim?
Well, I do recommend you use the app. It walks you through step by step. It's got the guided meditation in it. It's got all that, and what we're going to be doing in the Hudson Valley is hook the phone up to a speaker so that we could all hear it really well, and kind of project some of that out into the out into the universe. So if it actually does kind of contact them, we have the best opportunity for that. One thing that we might want to think about doing is see if there's some way that we can connect each other. So maybe so maybe we have a cell phone, we call each other or something and just kind of have each other on speaker. So there's that additional connection.
I like that. Yeah, I mean, we can always touch base. I can have Jim on, Facebook Messenger,
Or Discord.
Zoom call, Discord.
Just have a Discord on it and going. Yeah.
Yeah, just something to kind of link the two locations together.
And if you go missing, we'll know.
We'll know. Don't worry.
I'm going in, Sean. See you
I'm
later.
going in. You see me get brought back with a cigarette in my mouth.
Yeah, that post-probing cigarette.
I wasn't the one that got probed. No, I'm kidding.
So there is a fifth step that we haven't talked about yet. And this is the most interesting step. And it's called continued observation. When we are done for the night and we leave the field or wherever we are, that's not the end of the experiment. That experiment goes on for days or weeks. There are some people who have reported continuing to see weird things in the sky for days up to a week later. So, when even if they don't come that night, they know we want to make that connection, and so they might come at another time that is not what we chose. So we might be heading home and seeing stuff. We might see stuff the next day on our way to, wherever we're going, or on our way to work or home from work one day during that week. So it's that continued observation that has to go on for at least a week.
I wonder, because we always talk about time and perception, right? I wonder, like, them showing up a few days late might to them not be like as big of a deal, or it might not seem like they're showing up a few days late. Like they might have just got the message. That's interesting. I didn't know. Like I knew a little bit about CE5, but I didn't know about the continued stuff. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah. So maybe
Isn't
maybe
there-
we'll.
Isn't
keep
there a
eyes
connection between people who had contact with like extraterrestrials before they have more of a chance of seeing them again?
I don't know if it's more of a chance. I know people who have been abducted usually are not abducted only once. If you're abducted,
Yeah.
it's going to happen multiple times. And then, some people might be continued to be observed from a distance, and then they'll see stuff in the sky.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Any last tidbits we should know before we delve into CE5?
Well, if this video never makes it to YouTube, we know at least a couple of us got abducted and did not come home.
It's also true. So if you're seeing it, at least we came back eventually,
FBI, if you're tapping into this right now,
Yeah.
you know.
right? My FBI agent's got my back.
And if we do see things, experience stuff, another thing to kind of keep an eye out for over the coming days or weeks would be the possibility of Men in Black.
Yeah.
That is, I don't know. That gives me second thoughts. They're rolling up to us. Yeah. Maybe we'll do a whole episode on Men in Black because you dive into, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
They're creepy.
I have a friend that had a Men in Black experience.
All right. Keep our eyes open and our lips shut, guys. No snitches.
They get stitches.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Bill, for taking the time and talking to us and educating us about CE5.
No, it
We'll
was my
see you out
pleasure.
there.
Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be fun.
Right, so we'll start the 5 to 10 minutes of crop circle tone. As soon as the tone started, I've been getting like this after image of like lines, like lines in a window. No, lines, like swirls. It's like a weird complex pattern. It's like almost like could be from the lights, maybe. No, I'm used to being like flash bangs, and it was as soon as you press play. And it's like, it'll be like right here, but then it'll like reset to my center vision, so I think it's like, I don't know. Might just need to be my eyes fucked up, but. Yeah, I'm not seeing what you're describing. I'll draw it for you guys later, but it's a weird pattern. Scaring the shit out of anyone if they're hiking. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a weird way that you could summon fish.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's a plane. Yeah, looks like a plane. See that? Oh yeah, I see it now. I feel like I heard something, like a step or something. Did you hear that? Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, almost like a deep, not a, it sounded like one step. Oh, to me at least. That's not what I was saying, because I heard something afterwards, which might be just people opening and closing doors. One thing we'll have to keep in mind, if we see like a point of light that's there and then gone, it could be a star and a cloud moves in front of it.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys just hear something across the lake? In the trees, or I don't know what it was, but it's coming from out back. Was it a light or was it a shape? Alright, so that's the crop circle tone. So now we'll do the meditation, which is a little over 3 minutes. So Sit quietly, with your back straight. Try to relax. Keep your eyes closed. Take a few deep breaths. Try to clear your mind. And here
Meditation in preparation for coherent thought sequencing. Sit quietly in a comfortable position and take a few cleansing deep breaths in and out. As you exhale, release all your anxieties and tensions and your concerns. And as you breathe in deeply, breathe in peace and silence and calmness. Do this several times. Allow yourself to feel deeply relaxed. Deeply silent. Relax the muscles of your feet, your calves, your thighs, your back and abdomen, your shoulders and arms, your neck and your head. Become aware of the body relaxing, being very comfortable and quiet. Now sitting quietly in a comfortable and relaxed state, allow yourself to become gently aware of awareness. Allow yourself to become deeply centered, deeply aware of just pure, silent awakeness. That silent awareness whereby you are awake, conscious. As you become aware of awareness, allow yourself to perceive the sounds around you. As you perceive those sounds, become aware of that awakeness whereby those sounds are perceived. See that awareness, that pure, silent consciousness is unbounded, silent. It is not the perception of the sound, but it is that whereby you can perceive. It is gentle, silent, unbounded awakening. It is deep and it is peace. your thoughts. You may send a thought to a loved one, expressing love to them. Or you may simply watch the thoughts which spontaneously arise in your mind. As you perceive these thoughts, do not push them out of your mind, but allow yourself to become gently aware of that deep, silent awareness, that wakefulness, that pure consciousness, whereby you may perceive your thoughts. This awakeness is transcendent to the thought, and it is that whereby you may perceive your thoughts. It is deep, unbounded, pure consciousness. Become aware of this awareness and become deeply immersed in its endless silence and in its unbounded state. Now become aware of yourself, your individuality, your ego. See that it is a unique individuality. And like a snowflake, there is none other like it in the universe. Now become aware of that silent awakeness whereby you can perceive your own self. This pure, silent awakeness, this consciousness, this pure spirit, it is that universal consciousness whereby you can perceive your own self. And it illuminates every other individual in the universe. It is that awakeness whereby you are awake at this moment. See this awakeness in its unbounded state, beyond space and time, and yet at every point in space and time. It is omnipresent, it is eternal. See this pure consciousness shining through every individual in your group. See it expanding throughout the area where you are located, sweeping over the land, through the earth, and into the sky, encircling the globe. All of this is awake. Planet Earth itself is conscious and awake, even as you are awake. This awakeness pure consciousness. It's unbounded. It is infinite. Now see this pure consciousness expanding into deep space, embracing our solar system, filling interstellar space with this awakening, encompassing the entire Milky Way galaxy, this beautiful spiral arm, shining in a sea of pure awakeness, pure consciousness. And then expanding into intergalactic space, embracing the billions of galaxies, and then infinitely at every point in time and space, embracing the entire universe, which is awake, conscious, silent, even as you are awake and conscious, silent. Now take a moment, a few moments, to sit silently, reflecting in this unbounded cosmic mind. Should a thought or a sensation or perception arise, acknowledge it and let it go, and then return to this silent, unbounded, pure consciousness. Sit silently for a moment in that unbounded state. Now, while established in that pure state of unbounded mind, being deeply aware of consciousness, pure mind, infinite silence. Awaken to deep space. If you see an extraterrestrial civilization or spacecraft or individual, acknowledge them. Convey your sense of oneness in this universal mind with them, and invite them to come to the place where you are located and to interact with your team if it is safe and appropriate for them to do so. Show these life forms. Convey to them clearly through coherent thought sequencing, which begins at this point, your exact location. Show them by remote viewing deep space, the beautiful Milky Way galaxy. And on one of the outer spiral arms is a star, the sun. Drawing closer to that star, there is the solar system with the planets, Mercury, Venus, the Earth with her moon, Mars, Jupiter, and the outer planets, all swimming in a sea of pure, unbounded consciousness. Show them the earth, a beautiful blue orb shining in space. And as you draw near, show them the continent where you are located. If it is night on that continent, show them the continent and the cities illuminated by light. And then as you draw nearer to the earth, show them the area of the continent where you are located. And drawing closer still, the exact and specific site where your research team is working. Convey to them very specifically this information and the number of the team members, the lights which will be used on site, the tone, and the other specifics of the research team. Continuously return to deep space, the Milky Way, the solar system, the third planet from the sun, the Earth, the continent where you are located, the region, and the specific site. Repeat this process in a comfortable and easy fashion, and if at any point you feel strained or distracted, return to silence and access that pure, silent awakeness. And then see that that awakeness is in deep space and is omnipresent. Only at that point, then, return to the coherent thought sequencing. At all times, should you perceive through this non-linear mind an extraterrestrial spacecraft or extraterrestrial people, respectfully convey to them your sense of oneness with them and your intent to communicate and interact with them in a peaceful manner and in a way which will benefit life on Earth and life throughout the cosmos. And then specifically convey to them your location. In the silence of deep mind, you may perceive any point in the universe, because this consciousness is this pure awakeness, whereby you are awake, is beyond space and time, is non-linear. And every point in space and time will be accessed through this awakening. Know this, and then access deep space. This deep, silent, pure mind is the basis for communication with extraterrestrial life form. See that it is the foundation for interplanetary unity, and know that we are truly one people inhabiting one universe.
That's the meditation. We want to set our intention that we are peaceful. We wish for peace in return. We ask them to manifest themselves here for us in some way, so that we may receive them and know that they exist. There's light. Breath. And there's wood. Flashlight. Okay. You guys see that?
Yes, I saw that. It was there though first. It was there.
Yeah.
And it's
There
there.
was lights all over the trees.
But I saw some like a light.
My eyes are still closed. It was coming. It looks like it was coming from here.
Could it have been a flashlight?
It looked like flashlight light to me. I don't think there's campsites over there. I think all the campsites are over here. You know, there's a ranger lodge down there. So it kind of looks like the trees are lit up a little bit down that way.
Mm-hmm.
I see, yes. Yeah. While the meditation first began, I heard a deep huh. I don't know if it was one of you guys. I heard that too. I was taking like deep breaths in the very beginning. No, I hear your breath. Okay. But it was like a huh. I didn't hear that either. I heard something like that. And there was definitely lights though on those trees.
There was.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it right there and then there.
Yeah, when the meditation ended and I first opened my eyes, it looked like those trees were illuminated straight ahead. And then that went dark, and then more to the left was illuminated. It almost, to me, looked like there was like two sections.
Yeah, that's exactly what I saw too.
Yeah.
And I saw like a little bit of light right there. I thought the moon was there.
So during the meditation, did you guys have anything weird happen?
My leg is killing me.
I didn't really, to be honest.
It felt like my leg was being pulled, like I want to pulled off. It hurts.
It was like when, at the point where like we were pulling out, when we first got to the Milky Way galaxy, I had really, really weird sensations over my whole body. And then towards the end of the meditation, I felt like something flew right past my head. Like I could hear something go right past. That after image that I was seeing during the beeps completely went away when we started meditating. More flashlights or something? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a flashlight. Yeah. Because it was just moving back and forth. Maybe I hear a car. I don't know if somebody's looking around. There's definitely a flashlight.
That's not what I saw though.
The car, I think that's headlights going through the woods.
Headlights.
Yeah.
But that's not what I saw. I saw one section completely lit up.
Yeah, it was this section closest to us that I saw lit straight ahead. Yeah. heard that too. Yeah, it definitely, during the meditation, did not feel like we were sitting here by ourselves.
I didn't feel like there was anyone with us, but I didn't feel like we were the only ones here, if that makes sense. Because there's a difference, you know. I've been in rooms where I feel like someone's standing next to me. But it was different than that.
Crack a beer.
I wish.
Man, we had a good amount of stars when we first got here.
I see one star poking through.
Yep. A couple.
I opened my eyes when we were doing the meditation, and it was a plane. I opened my eyes,
Dude,
and there's a light right
I opened
here.
it at the same time and had my eyes like down. It's in my brim, so all I saw was a glowing ball in the water. So I was like, oh my god. And then I looked up and saw the plane.
That was, so disappointed.
When we did the trifecta last year, at the end of the meditation, we start looking through up in the sky, and everybody saw this light kind of come up over the trees. And it was just one single light, and it was getting closer and brighter, and everyone's getting all excited. And then it got close enough, it started to turn, and we saw it was a plane.
But it does look like the air traffic stopped.
Yeah.
We were getting plane after plane after
Yeah.
plane.
True. You can see fireflies over the water. You see that? Firefly?
Fireflies everywhere. But
See that light there? Is that a firefly? You guys see that?
no.
I see a light right there. Right there.
Oh, Jesus.
See that? Something there. Firefly? Probably.
I'm assuming so.
You see what I'm talking about though?
I just saw the bug fly through your light, but
You don't see that light? That's right in front of me. It's straight ahead. Straight ahead there's a light that wasn't always there. It's like yeah. It's
In the
like
woods.
flashing.
In the woods.
Yeah.
there's a plane coming through.
You see
Oh, I
that?
see it.
Light?
Yeah, to the left, right
Is that
above
a
the
plane?
trees.
That right there.
I don't know.
What
if
is
that's a
that?
plane.
I don't know.
That doesn't look like any of the
It
planes
looks
we
like
saw
an
so far.
ember.
Good, the light that I was looking at in the woods is gone.
What is
That's
that?
a plane.
That's a plane?
Yeah, I saw a flash.
It snuck up on
I
us,
can
though.
start to hear it too.
But whatever that was in the trees is gone.
Yeah.
There was a light.
Yeah, I saw that. It was like level with our heads.
Yeah,
straight across.
exactly.
Was
At
it
first
blue?
I thought it was
Yes.
a firefly.
Okay.
But it was
There's
really
an animal over here.
dead.
Keep that in mind. So
What?
they go. Yeah, you can see the red navigation light and the white flash.
Yeah.
Took off my vest, but I might put it back on. It's getting kind of chilly. Might give it a few minutes, but I have a few things I want to try. I got
talking
one of
about time.
What's up?
They start talking about time.
Well, we'll get there. I have my light that has multiple colors, so I might want to just like flash colors into the sky. Also, spirit box I think will be very interesting.
Considering the spirit box was invented to talk to extraterrestrials. Yeah.
Especially, yeah. Should be an alien box.
At one point, I thought I saw like a little flash of light right behind that plane.
Yeah, okay.
So did I.
I thought it was a star peeking out. But I only saw it for a bit.
I was looking in that area.
It was gone. Did you just see it again?
I didn't.
It was like kind of red this time though.
In the same spot.
Yeah,
Just like a red
like
light.
above.
Sounds like bats.
Yep.
I like that. I get the feeling, I don't see nothing, but I get the feeling that directly across the lake from us there's something they're watching us. Like where we saw that light.
There's some neat patterns in the sky, though. Look at the pattern.
Just starting to poke out. There's a light moving right above the trees. A really, really faint light. I saw it go to the right, and then start to go back.
Speaking of flashing.
Did you see the flashing?
I just saw.
Yeah, it's going
right
on
here.
over
I told you there was a flash before. It was like the moon.
That could. It almost looks like it's coming from like the horizon by the city.
But strobing
It's like it's like right behind the tree.
What the hell is he strobing?
I have no
You
idea.
seeing a strobing light?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
there was
right
like
here.
it was like ever present behind the
But
trees.
it's not constant. It's just.
It's almost like the clouds are being illuminated by a strobing light.
Yeah. Oh, we got a star. Might be popping out.
See lights against the trees. Yeah, the flashlight maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Gotta be, yeah. There's like a UFO behind us this whole time. There's a park right behind us.
These fucking Jimmos.
All the actions behind it.
Isn't that usually how it goes? I did look behind us before and I got really concerned about this red light, then I remembered the camera.
What was that? Did you see that?
No, what?
That little like black flash. Did you guys not see that? It was like right there. It was like boop boop boop. Boop.
No, I was looking at the flashes.
Where?
It was like, right there, like
Where we were seeing the strobing?
kind of, yeah, like right there. It was like a black line, and it went boop 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 boop. Did you see that?
Could it have been a bat?
No, it was a straight line. It was like a.
Oh. Should have got a lawn chair. I could like lay back.
I know, right?
Hammock.
Fish.
Oh, I feel like my dark vision is just completely fucked up right now. Granted, I was just staring at those lights but beforehand. Like it just doesn't feel like how I normally see the night.
Like worse
What's
or
that?
Worse.
yeah. I feel like I'm slowly adjusting
Oh my God.
recently. But it's weird. Like where do you think the moon is?
In the sky.
Yeah.
It's probably a new moon still, right?
No, it's not a moon.
No, it's early September though. Oh, it's mid-September. I don't know.
Night sky thing. We should have a quarter moon right now. I think the moon would be to our left. I think. If you do a search on that and it gives you arrows to where it is. There's Neptune. That's cool. Saturn is right here.
What is that called?
Night sky.
I might download that later.
Check it out. You just like point it anywhere. And it'll even tell you if there's like a satellite floating by your view.
Is that what all these moving white dots are?
Yeah, you can even like click it, like touch it, and it can tell you what it is.
Oh yeah, Starlink 133. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's free. Check it out.
Yeah.
You saw a flashing light in the trees that was up towards the top.
I saw that too.
I don't know if it was like just my eyes or what, but I kept on thinking of seeing like some kind of flashing light, almost reddish, like right where that hill like intersects. Yeah, the hill comes down,
I
and
did
then
see
it
that one.
turns flat.
Yeah.
In that section, I thought I saw like redness over there at one point.
So I just saw
Like a little- like a red
I
dot
saw
or
red
is it
over
red?
here.
I keep getting like drawn to that area.
That's where I saw the thing behind the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Your plane. I don't see one, but I hear one. It's probably out of a sight line, that one. What is interesting though, if you look everywhere else, the clouds have been solid, but every time they pass over this lake, they're always kind of messed up.
Yeah. Spottier.
Yeah.
Now, is that because they're spottier here, or is it because of where we're looking at it? Like we could see through it better here, and we're looking at an angle.
interesting spot.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff jumping. You brought my rod.
Oh, that flash.
Yeah.
So, is there all fireflies on that screen? Are the lights over there?
What's up?
Are those fireflies?
What's
Is
there?
it-
Fireflies around, but
Look here, there's one right there.
yeah, I saw a couple of fireflies on the ground so far.
Why are they on the ground? They're not flying.
I saw some on the ground, like right in front of us here for a while. Yeah, it's
Weird,
like,
I never really see them on the ground though. I always see them flying.
Well, there's New York fireflies in Asia.
no, so remember, like the term firefly just is like there are several thousand bugs that use bioluminescence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just one firefly.
Well, around here, is there more than one? Like those like yellowish, greenish color ones?
Yeah. So, and you know, there might be some that don't fly as much as the others.
Considering how many times that's been brought up this year, I feel like it's something that we need to actually like research and learn.
Firefly?
There's flashing light. It's still moving.
Oh, I see it. That's a plane. That's red.
I saw that. Yeah.
I think that's a plane.
I don't know. I don't see it
I
anymore.
saw red. There it is.
There it is.
It's
Oh
a
yeah,
plane.
it's a plane. Okay. The clouds make it hard.
Yeah.
It kind of weeds a lot of things out for us, though, right? Something was trying to make them specifically see us or have us see it. Is that an owl?
Yeah.
Maybe it'll play more of that. Oh,
Turn it off.
so you play that vibration thing again. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. What's the tone?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just flash colors of light and see.
How about you do the tones while he's doing that?
Yeah. Good idea.
Have you ever
Meditation in preparation.
have you ever tried like any like frequency stuff before, where it's just like it's like a tone held out like a certain frequency or anything like that?
Oh, like, you know, like 144 hertz or whatever?
Yeah, whatever.
I have not played with frequencies.
Because I know that's how they do those like binaural beats, and that's like how you can try to get out of body and all that stuff as well. Remote view.
What does it say?
Yeah, I've done stuff like that before. Not in relation to UFO stuff though.
Oh, the fish.
Yeah, the fish love it. I have to keep that in mind next time I'm Mexican.
Yeah. The blue light? People like blue lights, right?
Alright, see where the star's at?
Yeah.
Is there another star right there, or is below it?
Yeah, I see one.
You see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
If this gets too distracting for your eyes, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to see a lot more stars now, huh?
Yeah. Nothing would make me happier right now than to have a very clear craft just go by.
Right?
Like the kind of things that they talk about at the museum.
Mm-hmm. What about a gray just walking out of the dark right here?
Yeah.
That'd probably be a bit more terrifying.
How about those?
Yeah,
That
I
would
always
be more
think it's
terrifying.
interesting, like the entities that Chris Bledsoe described, because they're not really like gray aliens. They're small, but he kind of defines them as being really different.
It does make me wonder though, are they the same things? They could just change the way you perceive them.
Yeah,
The way
there's-
that
plus-
Harry Lovelace thought they were monkeys.
right, when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or so many think they're owls.
Or is our perception changing them? Right.
Mm-hmm. It'd be cool to see. Just walking across the dam. Fresno Nightcrawler.
I know, right?
A what?
I'm down for a Fresno Nightcrawler. Probably just the weirdest thing that's like a bipedal just set of legs
It's legs with a head on it.
that's just walking.
My favorite cryptid.
There's security camera footage of
Here,
them.
right there. Did you see it again? The light?
Oh, the strobing? The what?
It was the light. The bright light. I don't want to say it was strobing, but
In the sky or on the
it's
tree?
right there. It's beyond the trees. If you move that tree branch, it'd be right there.
Get more stars. Yeah. Oh, it'd be cool to see people come out of the water.
Yeah. That's what I kept like envisioning when we were doing the meditation, because I hear the fish flopping around. It's like
Yeah.
mermaid just about to come flopping up, but not like a sexy mermaid, like
Not
the terrifying mermaid that sucks your soul out.
Like a pukwudgie with gills.
Yeah. That's what I'm worried about. Something messing with us and just knocking my camera over.
That's what happens. As long as the camera sees it, you're good.
Yeah.
fix so it didn't happen.
Got really cold.
So Wednesday night, I was playing with my spirit slate. An old spirit slate from 1917. So we put a piece of chalk in between the two slate boards, stuck them together, and then wrapped them in a black cloth. And so I did that. I'm just sitting there with my hands very lightly resting on it, and meditating on it, trying to get it to write something. And after like 20 minutes, I had icy cold wind come through. I'm doing it in the closet. And it comes out of nowhere. All my hair started standing up. And my hands went from just lightly sitting on it to being pressed down. I feel something pushing my hands down. It was wild.
Have you ever gotten a result using that?
That was my first time attempting it.
Oh, good.
Oh, jeez, he scared the fuck out of me.
I'm standing back here.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you saw the elusive Sean flash.
Well, look how creepy he looks.
Whoa.
He looks like he has like no legs.
I don't.
Like,
Floating. Oh, you want to try
Well,
some
now we
spirit
know
box?
if Tanya sees something really scary, she's not going to say, look over there.
Yeah.
She's just going to yell.
are you doing the spirit box?
I'm getting that here.
Let me stand up.
First, that was a yawn or a gasp?
There's yawn.
Really don't want the sound to travel and disrupt the campers.
Oh, well.
Not that bad.
Let them know.
No way I wouldn't care so much, but technically you're not supposed to be here.
AM mode.
So,
Oh Jesus, I just hit something. It's my turn that I kicked.
5 degrees. Every now and then you just hear like a little clap. Like just a little pinch on the light. There.
It can start hurting to like that whole meditation.
Is there anyone listening?
No. What am I supposed to be looking for?
A ring.
That's airplane, yeah. Did I say move left? Was that left? Something left. Something left? Yeah, it was like move left or look left. Say something. Does anyone want to talk to us tonight? That? Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah, it was. Jesus, that was a bat. Came in pretty close. Yeah. He's like checking us out. Probably seeing the bugs around us. Yeah. Yep, there's that bat again. As much as I would love to listen to that all night. If any extraterrestrials or ultra-terrestrials that can hear us, we'd very much appreciate it if you can give us some sort of very clear light anomaly right in front of us that's very close, maybe right over the water. And if you do that, you can take Sean. I think I know where to go. Real awkward. I was hoping my ghost hunt tomorrow, but we do ask that you do take Sean though. You let him bring his camera with him. Exactly. So I can put my YouTube royalty right there. I know one thing they say about CE5 is that there's like strength in numbers. Mm-hmm. And obviously in Kentucky we had what, 20 people?
And they just do it consecutively. It's kind of make a party out of it.
Yeah. Do they do anything different at some of those CE5s? Or is it basically like the same like meditation?
Sit around. But they meet a lot.
Okay. So they pretty much, the meditation was very similar. It was different, but like similar thought processes and like reach out your consciousness kind of stuff. Yeah, and try to get into like a totally relaxed meditative. Yeah, and then you can kind of project out, let you know, hey, here's where we are. Yeah. They're over there. They're just like having a day with like aliens popping out. Like, where's everybody? They said you were here. Now half spot. Makes you think like, why was it such a hot spot in the 80s? You know, there's so many treasures back then. Like, what's up with that? Cocaine. No, I mean, yeah. One of the theories I've heard is like, as everybody knows now, they seem to be attracted to nukes, right? Yeah. And I've heard that during the Cold War, they were like actually hiding some nukes up here at like Stewart Air Base and other like local bases around here. I didn't hear that they were hiding them. I heard that they were transporting them through here though. Yeah, I guess that's more what I mean. I guess it's like they were at least through the area, so who knows if that has anything. So, I know with the drones that people saw, I think majority of those drones were government drones, right? But there were still a lot of random light anomalies and stuff. Definitely. What
the government failed to tell everyone, but it's all documented, is a week or two before, they convicted a high-ranking Yakuza for smuggling nuclear materials out of the Jersey port.
I heard about all that,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
And I think that, yep, I think it was a cover, like, they probably had, like, you know, drones with radiation sensing, and they were just canvassing everything to try to fully shut that down.
Here's the problem. So many
Here's the
theories.
problem with that theory. The whole thing with the Yakuza happened a week before the news started reporting, not when the sighting started. The sighting started 3 years earlier. It just never got reported. And it's still going on today. The news has stopped reporting it. Like it hasn't stopped.
What I was getting at is, if there is a bunch of radioactive material in the area being like stockpiled and hidden from the government, which the Yakuza's apparently been doing in the region for a while, then the aliens are probably aware of it too, and they're probably monitoring it, right? That was my thought process. Not that I think, yeah, the government was looking for it, and I think that's the massive wave you saw, but amongst that massive wave, you also
I heard
saw.
one of the things too that they were doing is like that there was some anomalous stuff going on, and so we were putting a lot of our more exotic drones up just to like obfuscate and just completely muddy the waters of everything.
And then as soon as everyone heard, everyone put their hobbyist drones up and just flooded the sky.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff that was getting filmed for a
Tell me you can see the light like behind the clouds.
Yeah. I'm kind of watching that. I saw like a little dot of light over here. I don't know if it was just a star that went behind the clouds. But it was definitely something.
There's been a handful, like little, like you see it for just like a split second.
Yeah. Probably a star.
But
yeah, it's definitely like glowing over there.
Yeah, what's that?
Is that the moon?
Gotta be, right?
Saw the flash over here again.
Flash.
But like the little pinpoints of light is what we were getting last year. Like that's it. And we had like very thick cloud cover. It wasn't like this, it was kind of wispy.
Yeah.
So there was no it's a star. That's the same kind of thing that I'm starting to see.
That's weird. Like, right? Because
there's a dot again. You see it?
But if you're looking at the like backlit clouds, again, I saw the flash.
It's like plane, right? Something's right there. It's blinking. It's a plane, right?
Yeah, I could do it. I just saw up there by that branch, a little flash.
And like on the tree line over here, there's something going across.
Yeah, I see that. That was not a plane, so it started to go up. That down there probably is the moon.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, because the back of it also looks like more clouds. Though.
I know, it's weird.
Looks like the source of light's between clouds.
It is weird.
But it kind of looks like a moon. Yeah.
Yeah, the moon is there. It's right ahead.
Okay, that makes sense then, yeah.
It's like right on the horizon.
The trees just split up together and start to form, so that's probably
Yeah. The moon is really starting to be seen.
Yep, you can see it cresting up now.
Yeah, like rising up. That's awesome, actually. It looks really sweet.
Beautiful.
That's worth it just for
Totally. It's like watching sunrise, so almost.
Let me get that.
I don't think I've ever really
Watch the moonrise, yeah.
We did ask for light.
kind of interesting. For seances, for during the spiritual amount, they get the same group of people, and they meet regularly, like once a week, once every other week, and they do that for months, if not years, and sometimes it takes weeks to months.
Everybody kind of gets in tune with each other.
Yeah, and then they start getting the really good stuff. And Stephen Greer's kind of doing the same thing. He has a somewhat regular group that does it routinely.
I can see that. There's definitely like a light through these trees.
But yeah, because you can see the reflection in the water.
Yeah, I can kind of see it over here. Wondering if that's just star or something shining through?
See the little blue dot?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the water though. Not
Yeah, there it is. Right there.
Yep.
And down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Flashing. In the, I see something, yeah. In the
Or it's
trees.
moving.
I see something in the
I
trees,
see it
yeah.
too, yeah.
Is that a plane? I guess
Nope,
try to
you
get a
hear
better
the-
angle.
Has to be a plane moving.
Look how, massive the moon looks. You know, I know it's an optical illusion, but still. Yeah, I see it kind of like going through the trees. It's gotta be a plane, I guess.
There is a plane to our east, but it should be that way. I don't think I don't know. Yeah, that might be what we're saying.
I don't hear anything though.
There's a plane right over there somewhere.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And another plane coming from behind us that's gonna pass right over us in about 5 minutes.
Star peeking through over there.
That moon is pretty cool.
I'm gonna pretend that I'm awesome and planned it so we get a moonrise. You do all thing.
Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
We'll get some stars to the left. Yeah.
You said quarter moon. Don't rest on yourself.
That's what I meant. So. It looks so
The
weird
quarter
the
way
way
through
it's processed.
Looks like a little corner of it's like shining out. It's awesome.
Was that Carly? Yeah. That's what it is. What's that like?
That's up where the ranger station is and stuff. Probably looking for us now. Just got this Bronco.
Yeah. It's still weird though, right?
It's like, it looks like there's clouds behind me. I know it's not, but
What you're seeing is clouds in front of the moon, but they're thin, so the light comes through, but it's just kind of hazy.
maybe. Yeah, the skies is clearing up a bit over there. Is there any other tests you guys want to do?
I'm open to suggestions. Maybe we,
You didn't bring Estes stuff, did you?
no, I did not. I just brought my spirit box. I didn't bring headphones.
Well, we'll have to do that next time. Yeah. Put somebody under Estes and immediately go into
Got a
asking
light
about time.
over there. See that corner? See that?
Yeah, it's like flashing.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, ask for about time.
This is fine.
If you don't have Estes, which means you can't ask questions.
Good.
So what's time like for you? Do you think you could come down here and have a conversation with us about time? You'd like to understand it better. You live a life where time is linear. It's the same to you. You know the time trick, right?
No. Okay.
So when you're doing like Estes or Ganso or something like that, and you want to talk to not a ghost, start asking about time, and it's usually a trigger for extraterrestrials and ultra-terrestrials to start paying attention to. You're probably good friend when we got at my house. Oh, I sent you the video of us doing Estes at my house.
Yeah, yeah. You know, especially that first package is really good.
Yeah. Terrifying is what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, especially doing it at home.
Yeah, I was I think after that.
Well, it's definitely worth it for the moon ride.
Sean, did I ever show you the audio recording that I found on my phone?
No, you didn't.
I don't have. I have a new phone, so it's not on here. I have it on my computer at home though.
But it was December of last year.
It was earlier this year that I found the recording. I was looking for a different recording and I stumbled upon this one. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning where what happened, according to the recording, is I had woken up because something that there's this flashlight right there in the grass.
Yeah, he's been there for a while.
So Tommy and I were asleep. I woke up because I felt like I got moved. When I opened my eyes, Tanya she was laying down, but she wasn't on the bed. She was off the bed, being like levitating back onto the bed, and then like being put back. So,
What?
and like I opened my eyes and I saw that, and like, what the fuck? And then I'm just laying there for a second, like what I saw did not just happen. And then I noticed that the way that the blanket was wrapped around us was not possible from just like the way we were sleeping. And like, wait, something's not right here. It's like my exact thought was, it's like we were not put back correctly.
think I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah. So, I can't remember the specifics, but there's a couple other things that were off and weird. And I got right up, got out of bed, turned on the lights down in the house, went in the kitchen, grabbed my phone, and just recorded an audio recording of everything that just happened that I just witnessed. And yeah, it was bizarre. And then I went back to bed and I forgot about it.
Until you listened back to that note.
Yeah, and it freaked me the hell out.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird.
One of the weird things was, so this had happened the night prior. I was gonna give the dog water. Yeah. Or I saw that he needed water, and I was talking to myself as I was walking around, and I said, "Oh, I'll have to get some water when I get back. Not when I get up. Not, but just when I get back." And I just stopped and like, why would I say that? I'm not going anywhere. And then it was that next morning that whole thing happened, and it was weird. I kind of want to find a hypnotherapist that does like regressions and stuff, and go back to that night and just see what happened.
Maybe you should talk to that guy Lance was talking about.
Yeah.
That guy that he said told him that maybe the aliens just don't care about abducting him. They're not interested. Lance.
Poor Lance.
I definitely think it's a thing that aliens, well, maybe some aliens opposed to others, they just don't want to deal with people who are like actively seeking them out.
Right.
If they're doing like research, and like makes sense that you want to like control the individuals you're bringing in.
Have you heard the thing too about how like a lot of people who get abducted or go missing are like of German descent?
Or like what?
Of German descent.
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard that at all.
The common theme is like something they talk about in like missing 411 and
It comes in, it goes into groups. So for a while it was like people of like German descent. And then there was like groups of doctors or groups of engineers.
yeah.
But yeah, there's a high percentage.
There's a high percentage of people, especially that disappear in like parks and stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a high percentage of people who are of like the German, Scandinavian-ish kind of
Yeah,
that whole
for sure. Yeah.
Did you ever read Giorgiani's book, Closer Encounters? Really good book. He kind of talks about the history and ties in like a lot of historical stuff, and like how there was back in the day those people. I think it was in like the turn of the century, where they were seeing like flying machines that looked like boats.
Yeah.
And he talks about like the tall the Nordics, and kind of alludes to like a time travel element where it's like maybe the Nazis and the Germans really figured this shit out a long time ago. And well, I know there's the what was it? There's a famous alien story, and he's a Nordic, so he looks just human.
Yeah.
And his name was like, it wasn't like half Thor, but what was it? But he just kept popping up and showing up and like mingling with a bunch of very important people and stuff.
And this is like relating to like abduction cases or no?
No, this is just Nordics in general.
Talking about Injured Cold?
That's the name. Yeah.
That relates to Mothman in like West Virginia.
Yeah, and what was the family?
Don't they talk to her in the Hellier series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I can't remember. It was Tanya something.
Yeah, I just know her name was Tanya. So I'm like, oh.
I actually had an opportunity to speak with her for a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She died, right?
She died last year, yeah. Yeah, I forget the reason I reached out to her. I found her on Facebook, and, she had found some copies of her father's book, and she was willing to sell them to, she has a handful of copies, and she's looking to sell them.
Was it her dad that had the interactions with Injured Cold?
Initially, yeah.
And I think she was saying in Hellier that, like, she continues to hear from them and stuff, right?
Yeah, Injured Cold and his children both visit her periodically.
That's so interesting, man. And isn't he, like, black, right? Or dark-skinned or something, like Italian or black guy or something like that? I remember them alluding to him being, like, dark complexion.
No. Injured Cold was, looked very just like generic white guy.
I'm sure I heard something about him being dark.
There was somebody else. I can't remember the name. But it was a different entity that was dark skinned.
Okay. That whole case, and the whole thing around West Virginia and Mothman, everything like proceeding up to that is so interesting. Like that whole book is crazy.
Yeah. The one thing to watch with Mothman is when Rich Haddam wrote the screenplay for the movie, he wanted to make it look like there was a recurring thing. So at the end of the movie where they're going through all the different Mothman sightings, he made up 100% of them. So like Mothman being seen over Chernobyl and all that, never actually happened. He made it up.
Like in the movie you're talking about?
Yeah.
But I know that's just like fiction.
Right, but there's a lot of people, like, it gets posted around online as if it was fact.
The book is really extremely different. It's almost hard to follow.
Somebody using a megaphone?
Huh?
Are they just yelling over there?
Sounds like music. Like a Frank Sinatra style music or something, you know?
Oh, okay, now I hear it now.
Yeah.
It sounds like someone's on a megaphone.
It does, kind of. Get that, like, I think it's just that style. I think it is like Frank Sinatra.
You know, the aliens with Frank Sinatra?
Yeah. Crooners.
That would have been an interesting idea. Just playing some tunes.
Yeah.
You can.
We're not supposed to play loud music after 10, but...
Unless it's Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Sean, we're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
We tried. We gave it the good college try.
Yeah, we did. It was cool. I think, like you were saying, Bill, it's like you gotta like build up kind of like repetitive, you know, like a
rapport with them.
Yeah.
Which I would not be opposed to figuring out a schedule that we can do this like somewhat periodically.
Yeah.
I'm down to do this more often.
Could even do it like quarterly or something like that. It's cool.
Yeah. Probably a little harder to do in the winter.
Yeah.
But you'll get a much cleaner sky sometimes at night in the winter.
The night sky in the winter is so clear. Yeah, the stars are awesome. Like
You have a little fire pit, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Sky's starting to clear up.
It is?
Nothing else. It's really peaceful.
Yeah. I was really fascinated by that story that guy said that he did the interview and like he thought it was just for the fair.
And that story was fascinating. Like I know exactly where he was. What he's talking about, where the jail is and everything in '84.
The guy just drives right by.
Yeah. But it's so nuts because he's saying like they were headed west, and then all of a sudden, next thing he knows, they're like headed east, and they lost 3 hours. It's fucking terrifying, man.
Yeah. Actually, interviewed a guy. It was more demonic possession stuff, but he's on his way to go see a preacher, or a pastor, or whatever, and he's in the car with his buddy, and they're driving, nighttime, and he felt like they literally got stuck in this like loop where they couldn't get to the bridge that was just up ahead, and they were like there for like 45 minutes trying to drive through like.
Dude, I feel like I've had nightmares like that.
Yeah.
You know, where you're like trying to do something and you can't like get anywhere, and the worst. That would be scary.
There's some
That was
people.
the least scary thing that happened to him, but
Yeah, I bet.
There's some people when they tell their stories, you're like, okay, that's an interesting story. And then there's others you listen to and you just get a chill down your spine. You're like, I believe every word that came out of his mouth.
yeah.
And that interview that he played for us was one of those.
Yeah, totally. I
Oh yeah, the one at the
Did you hear it?
museum.
I heard that.
That was loud.
like a snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not like a step in the woods.
If there's anything out there, we invite you to come talk with us.
You're gonna get like nailed by a buck.
If you don't want to talk to us and just want to stand there and stare at us, just do it where we can see you.
It is Sinatra. That's life.
Are they getting
That's
closer?
life. That's life. They're fucking blasting Frank Sinatra.
Well, I'm wondering if they're like, oh, we got somebody lost in the park, that we're gonna blast Sinatra and go walk through the trail.
Imagine we're like causing like an emergency.
Yeah. Does sound like it's getting closer, doesn't it?
Kinda, yeah. It's just like more and more clear to me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the sign off. Tradition.
Well, I'm like, it's like just past 11 now, and I was like, okay, we'll probably wrap up soon. But now the sky's getting nicer, I can see stuff. Like, oh.
Yeah, a little bit. It's still not a ton of stars. It's okay. Over there, maybe.
Yeah, I think we're probably too close to Kingston and Poughkeepsie to really get a true night sky. And we have a very bright moon tonight.
Yeah, but no, dude, I'm telling you, if it was a clear night, there you'd see a really good night sky. Because even at my house, it's awesome.
The next time we do this, we should try to plan it around a new moon.
That would be smart, yeah.
We heard something behind us.
I'm moving around.
Like behind us. Okay, so if there's a Bigfoot watching us, and you don't want us to see you, that's fine. But if you want to throw like little stones or pine cones at me, that's fine. You can do that. I'll collect them. You know what was annoying at Trifecta? When Todd Askew was telling us that he always gets Bigfoot to throw things at him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm hanging out with you all night. And the one time I wasn't with him, he had stuff thrown at him.
Yep.
I come back over towards him, and he said, dude, you should not have left. And why? He goes, I got 3 stones still thrown at me the second you walked away. I didn't get it. So weird.
I had a pine cone, not pine cone, but acorn almost fall and hit me. Then I had that leaf when I was coming back into the circle, just drop and like swing out and then hit me in the chest.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was weird.
You ever heard of that house? I think it's in the UK. That's supposedly like super haunted, and people get hit with like marbles.
Yes.
You ever heard of that? I watched a documentary on it, and even it happened, and I'm like, how is that possible though? Like,
That was
marbles are just manifesting. Like,
that was I'm trying to remember the name of the house.
yeah,
It wasn't the Black Monk. It was
supposed to be like the most haunted house in England or something.
so
Yeah, I know the house. I
Paranormal
just can't remember the
Lockdown
name.
did 3 days there. They had a lot of really interesting stuff happen. That was a really good episode.
I think that's what I'm. I think
Who
that
was
what
this?
I'm talking about.
Paranormal Lockdown. It was Nick Ross and Katrina Weidman.
Yeah, that was it. And he was getting hit with marbles.
Yeah.
Fucking marble out of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how is it like a marble just out of thin air?
What, you want to tell them what happened at your house?
So much shit that happens at my house.
When the thing fell off the dresser and then
Oh,
reappeared on the dresser?
yeah, my brush fell off the dress, but was starting to fall off the dresser, but just kind of like glitched mid-there and it looked like back onto the dresser. But I have weird shit happen. Like,
That was just Matrix resetting real quick.
Totally, yeah.
Bill dropped the freaking tool, it just disappeared into the void.
I feel like I do that whenever I drop stuff. It's just gone.
My keys went missing for over a
You
year.
have to drop things for things to disappear.
Yeah, so I went out to her car to get something. I come back in the house. It's a straight line from her front door to her kitchen. I walk into the living room. I drop the keys in the bowl on the table. Her daughter watched me do it. Straight line into the kitchen where she was. We turned around and walked right back into the living room. She said, "Where's my keys?" I said, "I put them in the bowl." They're gone. They're not
You've
there.
seen this video?
Well, here's the weird part with it. So we tore the house apart looking for it, and like it was like a year and a half later. I went out to the toolbox on the front porch to grab a tool, and I opened it up, and the keys are sitting right on top of all the tools. I used that toolbox just like a week earlier. Those keys weren't there.
Dude.
This happens all the time.
Wonder if like the kid, did the kid just do that or something?
No. Why was, when I was younger, I lost $200. And I finally got it back.
But she got the money back though.
I got the money back. Like
20 years later.
Yeah, 20 years
never
later.
happens. What?
That used to be my biggest thing. Like the trolls took my money because it was on my bed and
No
it was
interest?
stuck down my room. And for years, I bitched about my freaking $200 missing. And then what was it, last year?
Yeah.
I was just cleaning my bedroom, and I moved my dresser, and it's not the same dresser that I had in my room.
It's not even the same room.
No, it's the same room.
Tell you in Izzy's room.
No, that's been my bedroom forever.
Oh.
And I found $200. I'm like, oh, where'd that come from? Thank you.
Nice little refund.
A little refund. I thought they would give it back to me in pennies, but I guess I felt bad for me. Like, yeah, you're poor. You need this.
So directly above us, there were 3 stars in a row. One of them disappeared.
Weird sky tonight.
Yeah, it's like stars do seem to like just appear and disappear.
Sure. Hard to keep track of anything.
You know, right now there's just enough clouds to be annoying.
There's a plane.
Yeah. What do you guys think? What time is it?
Wrap it up.
11:30.
Yeah.
Well, as we're driving home, let's make sure we keep our eyes to the skies because they can happen. Doesn't happen tonight. It can still happen in the next few days.
Yeah,
Probably
let me
at
know.
work.